guys and gals, Nary here from Jerkwing Gaming, and some of you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you to the Let's Play episode of Soulcreek. So let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alright. See all this? I can't see a thing. The old knowledge infests this place. It's nauseating. You're in dire need of a hobby. Consider drinking tea. Tea is revolting. Sacrilege. Come on, Caius, you have to admit, things would suck even more without the Automonks keeping bits of technology going. You're not seeing the problem, Alex. Alright? Enlighten me. Oh boy, you shouldn't have asked. The fault lies with knowledge, not technology. I could use the Draconi heaters, but I can never fix them, maintain them, build them. Praise them for sharing their precious Zephyr tech, but the Automonks will die before letting the knowledge slip between their fingers. It's all about control, Alex. So long as we use their technology, we need their knowledge. Control. Lo and behold, they have it. They've even the audacity to pull the strings on Black Runners. I believe you have some experience there. I remained quiet, not willing to satisfy him with the answer. Ignore whatever pathetic justification my sister makes. The day they stop maintaining all the technology she's throwing around, the Draconi will starve. I'll let my people burn before groveling to the old knowledge. It dulls the will to survive and de-skills the strong. The only reason nothing has been done is that nobody wakes up in the morning willing to give enough of a shit to deal with it. No one except you. How did that go again? Caius bares his teeth at Nitro threateningly. Know your limits. The canine raises his hands and shrugs with a fair enough sentiment. Don't let this blind dog sway you, Alex. The Automonks are the purest of evils. Ilela's banality and ignorance, and it's by their design. The sooner we bite the hand that feeds, the sooner we're free. I've missed your bubbling charisma, Caius. I know you get a lot of hate, but personally, I don't think you get enough. Ha! Then my convictions stand assured. You know damn well where the clans would be without the old knowledge and the salvage we find, tearing each other to pieces for scraps. Don't act like Riptide is an exception. We are the exception. We reject the old knowledge, and my clan thrives. Ignoring the dissidents in your ranks, the deserters, the upstarts you execute on, a weekly basis? You're exaggerating. My point still stands. Your exception has a price of its own. Labor till death, dusk to dawn, or face the judgment of Caius. Life without the old knowledge isn't better than life with it. It's categorically worse. Good. Hardships force the weak to grow strong. It's progression. Alex? I blinked, somewhat snapped out of a trance. I've only half been listening. What? You agree with Nitro, I assume? I'd be surprised. You have more sense than I even ever took you for. I don't answer for a moment. Nitro's ears flick, curious for my response. I already know exactly what my thoughts are on the matter. Doesn't matter what I think. Doesn't matter what any of us think. The Cascade did this. The Blackzones did this. All of it. I don't give a shit about the Automonks. My people were massacred and the clans erased them from history. Now the world is falling apart. Hardly anyone wants to do anything about it. All they care about is salvage. I'm here for the Blackzones. I'm here to fix things. That's it. Caius grunts. I detect the hint of a smirk curling in the corner of his jaw. I expect nothing less of Loken's acolyte. Nitro's brow is tense, but he quickly forces a smirk when I imagine he senses me looking. Just don't turn into another mopey bastard, Alex. If you get too moody, I highly recommend disagreeing loudly with everything Caius says. It never stops being funny. I smirk much to the tiger's annoyance. Could be a fun hobby, I'll admit. All fun and games until someone loses an eye. And it's just fun in games that someone can't see. Even Caius can't stop himself chuckling. The hall is deserted. At its end sits Dravonia in the chieftain's seat, massaging her forehead in deep thought. She seems troubled. Next to her, Loken is speaking in a hush, arms folded. His stubborn scowl seems tamer than usual. Something's wrong. As the door clanks open with our entrance, Dravonia eyes us from between her fingers and stands up. Loken nods to me, then joins Nitro and guides him closer. Caius scowls at his sister. You emptied the place? This isn't to be heard by anyone else. Dravonia regards us all, lowering her voice somewhat. I'm sure you've all noticed the Yamnaki are here. Hard to miss them. You can smell the shit on their fur 6 leagues away. They're here under the guise of trade, but really their chieftain has delivered a message to me. It was dire. You didn't share this before? I'm sharing it now. Why wait? I wasn't sure I believed it. During the night, I went to consult with the Automonks about the matter. You shared this with them before us? Are you an ounce short of sense? You would have insisted on coming along. We both know that's a stupid idea. He just grumbles. Agreed. Afterwards, I wanted to consult with Loken privately. He's agreed to bring Alex and Nitro in on this too. And you, brother, this is a Black Runner matter, but you should know. What we are about to discuss must not leave this room. There's a tense pause. You have our word. And mine. Goes without saying. Jeronia turns to Loken. He whines. Were you just standing in the corner there? The Amnaki have told us that a mating troop has been attacked. My heart clenches. Oh gods, Loken, was it? This was not Orion's troop. He is okay. I breathe a sigh of relief. Why would anyone attack a mating troop? They're the only thing keeping the population up. This is a matter for the Wardens. Black Runners shouldn't interfere with Ashlander affairs. Ashlanders weren't behind this. There was a single survivor. The Amnaki tried to bring him here, but the poor bastard ran off. Why? They're saying the survivor was not thinking right. He was afraid. Not afraid. Broken. Utterly insane. Barely forming coherent sentences. There's no way to break this gently, so I'll just come out and say it. He claims a demon attacked his troop. My eyes widen. A demon? But why were they traveling without a Black Runner guide? It's hardly the first time a troop has crossed into the Black Zone by mistake. Looking, y'all. Okay, y'all, and we are back. Okay. No, they did not do this. I'm sorry. The attack was happening near Razorback Lands. It was outside of the Black Zone. There's a tense silence. Loken, are you saying... I am. Truly? Yes. That's impossible. Yes. The Autumn Monks agree. They're adamant a mistake has been made. Mistake? Kais angrily turns to Nitro, Loken, and I. You three have all seen the negative ones with your own eyes, no? Seen, not quite being the right word in my case, but yes, we have. Because I was under the impression their presence is entirely beyond reproach. I shiver. Yeah, it is. Then explain how those lying fucks think somebody could possibly confuse a negative one with anything else. The survivor had been drinking. There was Dawn sugar on his fur. He would have still been under the influence. There's no drug in the world powerful enough. Caius is right. When a demon is near, you know. Still, the attack happened at night. It was quick. The Autumn Monks assure me the witness didn't see what they thought they saw. So they're blaming Ashlanders. They are. Phew, typical Autumn Monk lies. Is it? Imagine it's the dead of night. You wake up drunk and delirious and your tent is on fire. Your companion's slaughtered. Demon or not, it would have been traumatic. The survivor could have easily drawn a hasty conclusion in such a state. That's outrageous! You heard Nitro. No one is stupid enough to mistake an Ashlander attack for a negative one. The distinction is night and day. And since when do Ashlander raids leave survivors as rambling lunatics? As always, the Autumn Monks continue to baffle all logic by spewing audacious volumes of shit. That's why I needed to consult with Loken, get his view. He'll be delighted to know that he shares the same view. I do not think the survivor would make this mistake. Alex, your views? I do not feel entirely qualified to answer. I've only been here a week and a half. God, has it only been a week and a half? Jeez. But still, I have thoughts. I've seen two demons. One of them taunted me from the border. The other fucked me up in ways I can't describe. A third one left me a message. These things aren't like us, Chief. They aren't like anything. If you see one, you just know. They violate the very soul just by existing. There's more to this story. We eye Loken curiously. I can easily read the doubt creeping over his brow. A horrible sense of dread is starting to swell in the back of my mind, like water reaching a slow boil. The survivor is saying they saw this demon. They were hearing it speak. They understood its words. Nitro frowns. Nitro's frown darkens. Speaking, that's new. I don't know, the two I saw were pretty talkative. Yes, they've always been verbose little madams, but with words? That makes sense? What was it saying? Only two things, over and over. They were saying it was screaming, this is the troop we're slaughtered. Fix it. Fix the key. Fix it. Yes, the demon sneezed, that's canon. Fix it. Fix the key. Fix it. Fix the key. Oh no. The dread, boiling over, seizes me. My heart feels clenched by a fist. I stare at Loken, who returns my worried glare. Kais breaks the silence first. He turns to me, eyes narrowed. Don't suppose you've broken anything lately? Could it be? When I shattered the algorithm, is that what caused this? My head churns, fighting with the possibility that such a thing could even be possible. But then an even worse possibility occurs to me, one that turns my blood cold. What? When? When did this happen? The attack? Everyone stares at me. I'm not hiding my concern well. You know something, Alex? I'm just asking. This was happening the night before last, when the moon was high. The night before last? But I created those glyphs last night, so the attack happened before, an entire day before. Relief floods me. That's good. Very good. They didn't cause this. They couldn't have. In that case, it has to be the algorithm's breaking. What else could it be? Logan gives me an anxious side glance, clearly arriving at the same conclusion. This is impossible. We're talking about a breach here. A breach! You all understand the ramifications of what you're suggesting. Yes, a breach has never happened. The demons cannot leave the Black Zone. And yet here we are. My sister has told Logan over and over. You don't fully understand the Black Zones. None of you do. You're the leading wisdom on them now. No, but I've met a lot of Black Runners. Some have shared their secrets. Secrets none of you could dream of. Yes, each of us has secrets. Those little corners of the ocean we discover of our own volition. We all learn our own piece of the whole puzzle. One wonders why your kind doesn't unite and assemble the entire puzzle. You might be better prepared for incidents like this. For the same reason you don't stare into an open abyss like a drooling imbecile. Because it is always staring back. There would be consequences to this. And we should accept them with grace if that's what the final task entails. But a breach? No, it's a fantasy. Your final task seems to have hit a snag. What was that negative one talking about? What needs to be fixed? I know you have an inkling. I open my mouth to reply, but hesitate. It's enough to tell Caius all he needs to know. You can deny it to the stars, Alex, but not to me. Whatever you've done out there, here are the consequences. A Zephyr who lived. Don't pretend the Black Zones are beyond reacting to that. The first time you went into the Black Zones, the negative ones went berserk. People died. And now, the night after you recover from whatever affliction took you, we have a new situation. Do you or do you not know how to fix this? We're not here to discuss the consequences of a Black Runner's duties. Everything has consequences. Walking across this very room would have the consequence of being on the other side of the room. I trust in Alex and Loken, Alex and Nitro. If anyone can navigate the situation, it's them. How do we proceed, brother? If this breach is the truth of things, no one can know about it. The Tiger turns his admonishing scowl to all three of us, Loken, Nitro, and myself. Whatever you did out there, you need to fix it. Now. No! It is not being that simple. We cannot be sure what has occurred. A breach is not a thing that can happen. Loken, entertain for a moment the impossible. A breach has occurred. Collectively, you three are the finest Black Runners in Alayla, but if you can't explain this, then you're clearly missing something. So find out what really happened, even if it means assembling parts of that puzzle you're so afraid of. Like it or not, it seems to be coming together by itself. Loken grunts. We will determine the true nature of this attack. Meanwhile, Caius and I will handle the clan side of things. I don't care what it takes. We cannot have demons leaving the Black Zones under any circumstances. That could change everything. Agreed. Whatever it takes. Caius's eye looks at me. He seems to glare discreetly. Fix it, Alex. Save the cheerleader, save the world. We've left the hall, Nitro, Loken, and I. My stomach boils in uncertainty, guilt, and shame. And relief. Damn it, I shouldn't be feeling that. What I discovered last night is dangerous, I know that. But it didn't cause this mess. The times don't add up. The secret is safe. It needs to be. I need it to be. But the churning dread floods back as I remember the algorithm. That was when the attack happened. The same night I broke it. That same damn night. It can't be a coincidence. So I was responsible? Or was I? Fuck! Nitro sits meditatively upon the ground, the tall auburn grass delicately grazing his fur in the wind. His eyes remain shut. Alright, y'all, I'm going to pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout-out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank y'all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silverman. Thank you for going above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you to our gold tier patron, Teresm Guy. You're awesome. We love you. Thank you for subbing to Ultimate Tier. Anyway, if y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to all of our not safe for work content as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!